IPA and CBMS to deliver the welcome address and introduce the session.
Good afternoon, Namaskar, Pirpahal Vanakkam. The Honorable Minister for Port, Shipping and Waterways, Shri Sarbananda Sonowal, sir, the respected Secretary of Ministry of Port, Shipping and Waterways, Sir T.K. Ramchandran, my dear colleagues Rajesh Sinha and Vishwanathan, and last but most important of all, our dear press persons from visual media and print media. At the outset, our warm welcome to you. We are indeed grateful to you that you have spared your time and come here today, and you have always supported us in terms of the developments that are taking place in Chennai Port and Kamarajar Port in particular, and the maritime sector of India in general. As we are all aware, that Honorable Prime Minister is giving a lot of importance to development of these sectors, and our Honorable Minister will be briefing you about that. And I'll just say about the particular visit of Honorable Minister today to our Chennai Port. This was regarding the inaugural function of the ASEAN-India Cruise Dialogue, which is the second such dialogue and the first such happening in our country. So we are very grateful to Honorable Minister for choosing Chennai as a venue for this very important event. And Sir has also laid the foundation stone for 4 projects worth around ₹80 crores. And as you know, that Honorable Prime Minister has been laying a lot of importance to greening of the infrastructure sector. So in that direction, Honorable Minister has announced that every port will have at least 1 green truck. So today, Honorable Minister and respective Secretary has seen the green truck also, which has come here, and similar trucks will be acquired by all the major ports. With this, I once again, on my personal behalf and on behalf of Chennai Port Authority and Kamarajar Port, extend a warm welcome to Honorable Minister, sir, respected Secretary, sir, and all of you to this interaction with visual media and print media. Thank you, sir.
Is it okay?
Yeah, it's okay.
Vanakkam, Namaskar. Today, as you all know, as briefed by the Chairman, Chennai Port Authority Limited, and Mr. Palwal, that India-ASEAN Cruise Dialogue 2025, and for the first time India is hosting it, and it is actually the second edition. And this dialogue mainly to develop our collaboration, cooperation to each other, to promote the cruise industry that is very much potential, and to realize the fullest extent of its potentialities. And we are joining hands to each other to enhance the required initiative so that in the entire globe, in this part of the world, ASEAN and India can play a very, very important role. And also we want to have the major share of our participation in the promotion of ocean cruise, sea cruise and river cruise. And as you all know, that in the last 11 years, under the dynamic leadership of Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji, in India, we could able to achieve a lot of milestones, particularly in the sea cruise. Up to 2014, the total number of passengers were limited to 84,000, and total call the port was 102. But because of the exemplary initiative, policy, program, and timely implementations of different projects, we could able to develop world-class facilities for the cruise passengers by developing the world-class terminal, right from Chennai to the many parts. So as a result, the kind of call went up to 297, and total number of passengers went up to 5 lakhs. And in the inland waterways, river sector, river cruise, the number of passengers went more than that. Now, as you know, under the leadership of Honorable Prime Minister, we have launched Bharat Cruise Mission with an objective that by 2029 will increase the numbers of passengers up to 1 million in the sea and ocean cruise, and in the inland waterways it will be enhanced up to 1.5 million. That is the Mission 2030, and also that we have Amrit Kal Mission 2047. We are targeting to increase the numbers close to almost 50 lakhs. So this is the journey we have started at full of optimism and realistic approach, and after going through the global aspect of the activities or different initiatives undertaken by the different nations, now India wants to be one of the leading nations in this sector. That is why, whether it is East Coast or West Coast, whatever potentials are there, by tying up with our next door neighbor, we want to develop the ecosystem so that, like, the passengers can be provided best quality service, and operational legacy in the different ports can be promoted to a great extent as per the demand of the global passengers. So this is how India is moving, with a very, very distinctive achievement, particularly Honorable Prime Minister. Since 2014, he has been giving lot of emphasis, lot of importance to this sector, whether it is port modernization, mechanization, digitization, whether it is port-led connectivity enhancement, and whether it is port-led industrialization, coastal community development, inland waterways, coastal shipping, in every sector. Not only the infrastructure, but also policy, program, legislative reforms, all being brought to the place so that India could play a very important role in the maritime sector, can become one of the leading maritime nations in the world. So this is how the success stories are being created, and which has inspired the players involved in this particular sector, private players and all public-private partnership, that ecosystem has also coming up with a very, very satisfactory note. And as you now know that India is going to become one of the leading nation in the sector of shipbuilding also in the near future. By 2030, we want to become one of the top 10 shipbuilders in the world, and by 2047 we want to become the top 5 shipbuilding nation in the world. So that is why even in the budget also, whatever provision has been created, you have all come to know, you have gone through the facts and figures pronounced by our Honorable Finance Minister in the recently placed budget. So I believe India, by becoming one of the leading maritime nation, whether it is in the sector of cruise operation, promotion of the cruise tourism, our target is to create more and more employment opportunity for the youth, and also by skilling the youth, we want to make them efficient enough, capable enough to handle any kind of challenges, whether in the cruise or in the cargo handling ships. So this is the way in all the verticals. Now the Ministry of Port Shipping is undertaking required, numbers of projects and initiatives, and I firmly believe that Honorable Prime Minister, his untiring efforts, dedicated and devoted efforts, and visionary leadership has inspired not only our ministry, every ministry, to stand up to the occasion and also to, make their kind of, most distinctive, successful achievement, so that the India, as of now today, we are regarded one of the fastest growing economy in the world. Now we could able to, consolidate our position as one of the 4th largest economy in the world. By 2029, we are aiming under the dynamic leadership of Honorable Prime Minister to become the top 3, largest economy in the world. So I believe in this sector, our ministry is also going to play a very, very important role, and this is what I believe, my dear media friends. Through you, we want to let the people of the country know about the initiative undertaken by our ministry. Thank you.
Can you just give us some brief as to what the dialogue is all about, and what was the first dialogue when you say this is the second edition? What happened in the first edition, and what has been the feedback? Can you just elaborate that as well?
Look, whatever experiences they have, all the nations have so far collected out of applying their effort in this particular sector. So all the experiences will be shared among the nations, India and ASEAN, and we will joining hand to each other so that we could create the ecosystem and utilizing the Bay of Bengal and also the other parts in the sea and ocean, and through which we could create win-win situation among all the nations joining hands to each other. That's all.
The idea is that also to have a cruise circuit,
Yeah.
which will involve all the countries, just as you have in the Caribbean, the Gulf, the Mediterranean, different vanilla islands in near Africa. So to have a cruise circuit which will involve all the countries, which makes it more lucrative for everyone, as well as more interesting for citizens of different countries.
What has been the requirement from their side and from our side?
That is precisely what will be discussed.
Rasaman, one more thing is there. For example, if you see, we started in a big way when we became the hub. This is the first time that we are having one of the calls happening to the ports in Malaysia, Thailand, and Singapore. This is the first time they are doing that. So these kind of interactions are leading to these results.
To witness the environmental impact.
There was one question from the
Yeah.
lady.
Sir, when compared to Mumbai, Chennai is not seeing as many calls
vessel calls with respect to cruise terminal ever since the launch. We're still seeing a very limited number of calls. So what initiatives are we going to take to push Chennai forward as a hub?
Now look, today, we have laid the foundation stone for the modernization of the terminal at Chennai to make it a world class, so that passenger handling capacity can be doubled. Today it is 1,500. Tomorrow, after the completion of this project, it is going to handle more than 3,000 passengers. So this is the way we are going to create kind of very, very important state-of-art facilities for the passengers.
And since the government is giving so much, just a moment, since the government is giving so much importance, after that agreement signing in 22, we started having a regular call. It's the first time in the history of Chennai Port, regular call for 4 months. Now they have tasted the market. So 8 months they are in Mumbai and 4 months they are here. Next year, September, the same company is getting one more ship. Then we hope to have one cruise vessel permanently. So these are the changes which are happening.
Yes.
And as I told that, we are improving on our cruise terminal because we realize it's a time to spend money on that. Please.
Focusing on sustainable tourism practices, how important is given to minimize the environmental impact?
No, as you know, as per the National Hydrogen Mission, all the adequate measures are being taken to promote green transport. That is why green ports, green shipping, hydrogen fuels, ammonia fuels, LPG, ethanol, methanol, every kind of energy which has been brought into the practice. So I believe this is how we are going to fulfill the vision set by Honorable Prime Ministers. So it is mainly to promote green transport to achieve the blue economy. That is why environment will be specially taken care of. And that is why today, we have one truck has been demonstrated today. This is run by not by fossil-based fuel, it is by electric. So this is not going to create any carbon emissions. So this is how the environment will be specially taken care of, because our journey is to mainly carbon emission free journey, and it is cheap, and also it is seamless, and also it is eco-friendly.
See, for example, I will elaborate on what sir said. So, for example, today this green truck. Now, green trucks are now only getting introduced in the world. Now, already I think within 2 years, India will be a leader, where every major port will have at least one green truck, where carbon emission is much lesser. Number two, onshore power.
For every alternate port?
No, for every major port. There are 12 major ports.
The IMO has IMO, International Maritime Organization, so they have a mandate that all ships should become green by 2050. So India, we are also translating that vision into action. We have 3 hydrogen hubs in Tuticorin, in Kandla and Paradip. So there hydrogen will be produced. Apart from that, we are having several measures to convert ships into green ships, to go for green transition, so that all the harbor crafts are also green, and so on. And then several other initiatives where production, storage, bunkering, transport of fuel, etc. will be completely green.
So maybe this is the last question we will take, because Honorable Minister has to finish lunch and then leave for the airport. Please.
What? Youth employment.
Could you please share some data on youth employment and skill development?
As you know, for 20 numbers of passengers, you require one, cruise employees. So that is why we want to increase the numbers of the passengers, so that we could recruit more and more youth in this particular sector. And it is a tremendous potential sector which can create a lot of employment opportunities. And this is how we are building the environment. Thank you.
In the last 2 months, we've seen 2 major incidents off the Kerala coast, Elsa 3 sinking and then one high-final 3 fire. So what is the government doing to liaise with the concerned companies and seek compensation, because there's been significant damage? Kerala has called it a state disaster.
They are all covered by insurance. There are all standard procedures and protocols for all these incidents, and and there is a stepwise insurance process where the insurance companies come in and then the owners come in, the salvors come in, and therefore they absolutely all that is covered, including pollution.
Thank you.
Okay, but what's the aspect of dangerous cargo, transiting our waters? Because in some certain cases there was even ambiguity over what type of cargo was on board. Some said it was extremely
No. So this cargo goes from any location to any location. So it will carry cargo which is possibly dangerous. Every cargo can be dangerous in certain circumstances. So all these are taken care of by international conventions to which we are party and which are part of our legal framework. And therefore everything has an SOP which takes care of the instances that arise.
Okay, thank you.
We thank you for your active participation and
Thank you.
request you to kindly have lunch in the adjoining hall. Thank you.